Hey man, I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank you, Eartha, for participating
You're
because
welcome.
Yes, thank you. This is so
Mhm.
great.
we've had a chance to interview some of your other brothers and sisters, and this one is the one I've been wanting to do for at least 5 or 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Sam, following your lead, brother.
No, you said you was here. I got you. I got you. You know you do your thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, let's start back in Phoenix City, or um, what was life like in Alabama growing up? You know, earliest memory.
Phoenix City, early
Is
memory, living in the projects. Ku Klux Klan came through. They set fires and stuff. We had 2 stories. We took the cord and put hot water on the ones that came running through our yard. So they left in a hurry. They didn't get quite enough time to plant their cross. Other than that, it was fine. Mama and Daddy were separated for a while.
can you stop for just a moment? With all due respect, you got to go deep in on that one. So you said, what did you do to prevent them from putting a cross up?
Oh, the garden hose. We took it and put it in the bathroom on the second floor and turned on the hot water and put it outside the window where they were.
Yes.
That's
and,
gangster.
That is.
and they were so excited. They said, damn, them niggas, they would. It was funny.
Wow.
Yes.
So you guys
I,
weren't concerned about reprisals?
No, it was something going on where they had came through and it was, let's see, this little boy was like 9 years old and they had tied him to a tree and beat him to death. So then they were the soldiers was called out. So they was doing the burning the crosses in the black neighborhood as, retribution. But no, we weren't afraid. They left that particular end of the projects alone and left. So what else y'all want to talk about?
wow.
Hmm.
So were the projects in Phoenix City, or were they in the other part of Alabama?
No, in Phoenix City. We were close to a military base.
Really? I hadn't heard that before. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your parents, do you remember when your parents separated?
Not really. But before we were living in Opelika, and when they got back together, we went back to Opelika.
Okay. What was school like in that area?
In Opelika, we had a school. I could walk across the street and go to school. But after what's the guy? George Wallace became governor, and the changes they separated the schools. So it we had to walk 3 miles. The white kids came to our school. They renovated that one, and we went to the old school. And the kids that live out in the country, they were the one that got to ride the big yellow bus. But we were so-called city kids, so we had to walk. And it took us about an hour to get to school. It was fun though, because it was fun and it was dangerous because the train went through. And to get to the other side of town, the train would stop. And we used to crawl up under it. Now that I'm older, I realize it was dangerous, but as a child, it seemed like a whole lot of fun. You crawling up under the train tracks through the train to get to the other side.
At that time, who lived in the house with you?
Let's see. Oh, uh, Virginia was in New York. Let's see. Juke was at Howard University. I think I was the only child there that was left.
So
And
what was it
it's
like
like
being the?
7 years between one of us, 14 between the other, 21. So, and Walter, your father was in the military because he used to send me gifts from different places he used to go to.
You mentioned crawling through the trains. Were these passenger trains, freight trains?
Oh, a freight train.
Were they moving slow, or they just stopped altogether, or?
They would stop altogether.
So you had a different experience than I guess your brothers and sisters. You were the last one there. You were the only
Right.
one. So were
Mm-hmm.
you the only one there with your mother, or how
With my
often
mother
did your
and
father
father.
come by?
Yeah, he was there. He lived there.
All right, we've
Interesting.
heard a couple different stories. Do you know where your name came from?
No, where it come? Oh, yeah. My mother liked Eartha Kitt. She used to like her singing her music.
But I heard you were supposed to have another name at first,
Oh,
and then changed it.
what's the other name?
Oh, what was the other name? Dang it, I have my notes in front of me.
Oh, okay. Where you on your way to?
Actually, on my way back home, I just dropped off Ava at my ex's place.
Oh, okay.
I had a good weekend,
Mm.
and we hung out and did some stuff. So now I'm heading home. Um,
Oh,
what else do
okay.
you remember about being a kid in Opelika? I
It
mean,
was
like,
fun.
you're in the house with Mama. Did you just like go out and play every day? Were you in the house doing stuff with her? Like, what was a typical day for you, if you can remember what that was like
Oh,
being a kid, being in the house
typical day.
before you left?
When we lived next to the church, we had live chickens. I had a black and white dog and
But you guys
spot.
raised the chickens yourself, or were they coming from the church?
No, fresh chicken. My mother would say, Eka George, go out there and get me one of those chickens. We're gonna have fried chicken tonight. And she had this big black cast iron stove. I would go get the chicken. I could wring the chicken neck off, take the axe, and she would have a big pot of scalding water, and she would dip the chicken into it and all the feathers. That's how you would get the feather off the chicken. And we actually had an outhouse for a long time. In the Daddy had a garden. We had let's see, we had peach tree, one in the back, crabapple tree in front of the house. Daddy liked wine. He liked um peanuts. So we grew peanuts. We had some berries. I had a little small garden against the house. I had, let's see, corn, peppers, greens. Uh, what else? And some other vegetables and stuff. Oh, tomatoes. And it used to be a truck that would come by the house selling vegetables, and my mother would get like bushels of beans and stuff. I used to hate that because her and another aunt used to go fishing and catfishing, and she would come back with tubs of it. And we had this real long freezer, and we would clean the catfish. You have to do catfish with a pair of pliers because of the whiskers and they're skinny. Their skin is slick, so you have to pull it, and you will end up getting little cuts on your hand. I used to hate that, but it was, a chore to do. And I actually went and picked cotton.
You used to pick cotton. Interesting.
Yeah. A white man came around with a truck, and we would sit on the back of the truck. He would pick us up like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we would have a sandwich, a piece of fruit in the bag, and we would go out in the field. And you had to pick at least 125 pounds, or you didn't get to go back. And sometimes we used to cheat. Instead of pulling the cotton out of the bow, we'd leave some on, so we make sure we had 125 pounds or more cotton. And then we go on our lunch break, and we would go through the fields. And usually the person had like a really huge farm with the cotton and cotton, tobacco, a lot of fruit trees. And I know one day we went in the watermelon patch, and we were just like hitting them on the ground, eating the hearts out of them and running. And this white man came out with his shotgun, telling, "Y'all get out of my field." And he shot his gun, and we were like running. It was fun. But other than that, it was okay. Because at school we had all Black teachers. So that's different from, the kids today. And it was nice. Every Friday we used to have to dress up at school because we would have a dance, and we would do country dancing, cowboy dancing like do-si-do and, square dancing.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Next question.
I love this. I love this. Next question. All right. I got
She's been
one.
practicing.
That's right. She's like, no, I'm ready. Y'all want to ask me questions?
I'm gonna do this.
Next. So,
Can I tap in?
No, go ahead.
Okay, cool. You mentioned that both the parents were there at times. How did they discipline you?
Well, my mother would always say, "Wait till your father get home," and I used to hate that because Daddy used to talk to you. He would talk to you for an hour. He would like say, "Now, Echo George, now if you think about it, that you shouldn't have did that. Now, why did you do that?" And I'm like saying to myself, "God, why don't he beat me and get it over with?" But he would talk to him. And then he would ask, "Are you listening to me?" "Yeah, Dad, I'm listening." "You sure?" "Yes." But he would talk to you. He, I guess by me being the last, I had got spoiled. Sam, now that was something. Now he would beat the boys with a belt, but me, I guess since my being the last one, he just figured he'd talk to me. He was older at that time too. When he was raising them.
Okay, at that time, could he swing a belt? Because that's what I heard.
Yes, he could pop a belt.
My father got that belt. He got the switch. He got the limbs.
Go outside and get a switch. So she sent me to get my own switch to get a beating. I go out and get the thinnest switch I could find. So one day she took 3 of them and braided it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay.
What you got, Kenny?
I knew you were gonna call on me, and I don't got nothing.
You should have something. Boy, you on
I
this
know
call.
my mind is blank. Okay.
Okay,
I got a question.
Sam, I got a story for you.
Oh, you got stories? Yes.
I got a story for you about your mother, Annie.
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, the house that we were in, we had a fireplace, and my mother and father used to tell us, "Y'all don't run in that fireplace." So Annie and I are playing, and her dress caught on fire. We got the worst beating behind her. She got that scar mark on her thigh to this day.
Yeah.
But we got a beating like no other.
Was the scar from the burn or from the beating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was a red bone chick them days. Okay. She was real light then. So yeah, we got a beating that day. Because we had been told not to play and run in front of that fireplace. And we did it anyway. We were laughing. She fell and her dress caught on fire. And by the time Daddy could, get her down to put it out, she had, I guess you would say, 3rd-degree burn on her leg.
Yeah. Yeah, she's still the scars.
Mm-hmm. But we had some fun time too. The girl up the street, Shirley. The front of our house, you could go up under it. At night, we used to catch firebugs and go up on the house and put them in a jar. And it was fun. And watch the big trucks go by and stuff.
Okay.
Hey, Kenny, what's up?
Hey, did you ever visit with Ollie or Charlie or all them?
I never met Charlie.
Mhm.
Ollie Mae, they used to come to visit during the summertime. And I have a recipe for $1 million cake. It's a pound cake that she would always make and bring. It's like, what is it? A pound of butter, a pound of sugar. It's a pound of everything. It's a pound of everything, but that is pound cake. I made it last Christmas at Walter's house. The pound cake that I bought, I don't know if y'all ate in it, but that's where that recipe is from.
Okay. So on Eartha, who taught you how to cook? Because you
My
the
mother.
cook. She did?
Yeah, she's actually an excellent cook. Kenny, them rolls your mother be trying to make that she don't make like Mama used to make. Parker House Road, that's Mama's recipe. One of these days, I'm gonna make them for you the way they're supposed to be.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I think I make them better than my mother as well.
Oh, okay. Don't tell her.
No, she admits it. She admits it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We had dogs at one point. Let's see. Had a puppy. I'm always bringing stray things home. Black and white. What's that big dog? The racing dog. But anyway, the greyhound, the big one. We had like 4 of them. And we got rid of 2, gave 2 of them away. And Ollie and them came and took the last 2 because the dogs were so big, and we had them on a change outside, and they would just take off chasing everybody. Oh, the kids, like grown-ups, were kind of scared, scared. Because the kids would look forward to the dogs chasing them.
What kind of clothes did you wear back then? Were you real fashionable like
You talking
Annie?
about? I had designer clothes. My big sister in New York, Miss Virginia, used to send me my clothes. I ain't never wore that stuff they wore. Oh, yeah. My cousin used to hate me because I would give them my clothes, as they say, secondhand clothes. But Virginia was in New York, and she used to send me clothes all the time. So the stuff that I had to wear it was different from what the kids down there were actually wearing. Yeah.
Wow. So how'd you get from Alabama to New York?
Let's see. Let's see. Well, actually, I used to come up during the summer. They used to tag me on a plane. I would take the bus with my shoebox. Mama would make me fried chicken, chocolate cake, potato salad, and some kind of bottled soda. That would be my lunch for my ride. And I would ride the bus from Alabama to Atlanta. And at Atlanta, when I got at the airport, one of the stewards would meet me, and they would put a tag on me. And they made sure I had a seat on the plane. I got that little snack and all that little crazy stuff they used to give you back then. But you can't tag kids like that nowadays. I think you actually have to have somebody to be on the plane with them. You can still tag them? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I traveled like that to Uncle Sam.
Huh?
I traveled like that as a kid to Uncle Sam.
Yeah, I used to come to New York for the summer. Let's see who was the baby then. Chi Chi was the baby. I used to babysit for Virginia and Mingo during the summer. And when I went back, Virginia would have bought me all new clothes for school. And I don't know, she was my favorite sister. Sorry, Jude.
You're my favorite sister too. Buy me all my clothes. She's been my favorite sister too, hooking me up with the clothes.
Oh, okay.
I don't blame you on that one.
Yeah, okay.
So,
all right, next question,
next
fella.
question. Eartha, do you know where Grandma was born? Was she born in Opelika? Or was she born someplace else?
Actually, someplace else. You have to ask Aunt June. She got the birthdays and stuff, but I am terrible with those.
Okay.
Including my own kids, my daughter tells me. When Chris and Jarrell used to be smaller, I would be looking at Jarrell and talking to Chris, and Chris would say, "Mom, this me, Chris Jarrell over there." I said, "Oh, okay." So I am really bad with names. So, I'm not the one to ask.
You're not the one to ask. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tell us more about Granddad, because I know we all really don't know that much about him. So do you have any like funny stories or interesting stories about him?
Thank you.
Instead of calling me Eartha Joyce, he used to call me Echo Joyce. So one day his friend came to the house, and he said they used to call him Brother Bill. Said, "Brother Bill here?" I said, "No, sir." I said, "How may I help you?" And Daddy used to do yards for people. He would cut your grass and trim your trees and do designs and stuff like that. And Mama used to work at the rich folks' house, and she would do cooking, and sometimes she would bring laundry home, and I would help her. She would take it back to him like the next day.
Okay.
No, Daddy was cool though.
What did your dad do for fun?
Like
when he hung out with you guys or on his own? Did he like to smoke or like?
He had friends of his own. He used to chew tobacco, and he used to have tin can over in the corner, and I used to just sit and watch him spit across the room, and he would never miss this can. One day I was sitting there staring with my mouth open, and he said, he got me with a tobacco. It was funny. But other than that, no, he was good. Because when I had my first son, Tony, he was blind by then. But we had this rocking chair, and he would sit and talk to Tony and sing to him. Walter has the kind of voice Daddy had. The sound had Kenny. Walter, have you heard your father sing?
Yeah, I've heard him sing, like in church and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, your grandfather has that. That's where he gets that tone from.
Huh. But his speaking voice sounds like him too, or just his singing voice?
No, your father voice is more educated, more prim and proper. Okay.
It seems like each one of you had very different experiences. Like you said, that Uncle Walter was Mr. Prim and Proper.
Mhm.
So, how would you describe your brothers and sisters? If Walter's Prim and Proper, then what was Annie? What was Virginia? What was Jude? What was my father? What was Harvey? How would you describe them?
Oh, Harvey. Harvey had went into the service. I hadn't seen Harvey in a. Well, I used to see him when I used to come to New York, because him and Willa, let's see, I think they had what, 2 kids then? Yeah, because let's see, Virginia had Chi and Tony. Oh, he used to drive the bus. Sometime I would get on the subway, and he would meet me at the bus to go to their house sometime.
Was he living in Jersey at that point, or that was in New York?
They were living in Jersey. Because he used to drive the bus. He used to be a bus driver.
What kind of person was Uncle Harvey, at that time?
Oh, like where they live at, people had nice houses, and they was uppity. I'm sorry, but anyway, they were nice. They did whatever the Davis did,
Okay. How did the I guess the religious, with Harvey moving towards Jehovah Witness, and it sounded like some of you kind of grew up in a Catholic school environment.
Yeah, we did, but well, actually, the Jehovah Witness thing was a blessing for Harvey, because Harvey usually, like Fridays, he would bring home a bottle to so-called taste test it, and he had gotten into drinking really heavy, and the Jehovah Witness, by him going into that religion, he stopped, smoking and drinking. So it was a blessing for him.
What was your background, growing up? Were you more Catholic oriented, or?
Well, actually, we used to go to the church. Reverend Wilson, the church was about 2 houses down from the church. Reverend Wilson, and he had a lot of kids and stuff. I became a Catholic because I got tired of his church. Because on Sundays, you had to be there from 8 to 9 was the Bible study for the kids. And then if it was first Sunday, you didn't get out of church until 3 o'clock. You were basically in church all day. And sometimes I would go to sleep and Mama would pinch me. Tell me, wake that child up. I used to have to sit next to her. She used to put me right next to her. So if I went to sleep, she could pinch me. Oh, that's where Julia got that from. Oh, she's do it to you, Kiana?
would come in the house clubbing, trying to beat the sun home. Still make us go to church that morning. And she would sit me on her right and Janetta on her left. And if one of us nodded, she would either pinch us or stick us with stick pants. Amen.
Oh yes, got it from Mama. Okay. Yes, you don't go to church with her and go to sleep. That's no. I know one Sunday, me and Shirley. Shirley used to be my getting in trouble partner. So this Sunday, Shirley told me, pretend like you sick. So we leave church, but it was a Sunday, so maybe around about 12:30. And we had this crabapple tree in the front. She had the sugar container, I had the salt, and we were sitting up there in the tree eating crab apples. And the tree limb broke and we fell in the ditch. And by then church was out and people was going home and going to their cars and they were laughing at us. We were in the ditch.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. Who was Shirley?
Oh, Shirley Miles. She was like the sister I never had. You know, that was about, you know, she was, first time I had a cigarette, I was supposed to have been sick. So Shirley came by the house and she had some cigarettes. So we're in my bedroom and she's talking about, don't you want to smoke? I said, no. She said, come on and try it with me. So I said, okay. So we're smoking Camels. Them are the strongest cigarettes on the market, I swear. At least that's the way it feels. And my mother called us and she made me chew 3 of them cigarettes. I threw up for the next 2 days. I did not go to school because I was sick as a dog behind them cigarettes. And after that, couldn't get me to smoke. Nope, no more. You could have wrapped them things in $100 bills and I wouldn't have put one in my mouth. A lesson learned.
Next question.
Well, actually, it's funny that you say that because I was gonna say that it seems that most of y'all or all of y'all really don't smoke or don't, other than with the exception of maybe Uncle Harvey, don't really drink that much. Like I was surprised to see pictures of my father smoking because I never knew he smoked when he was younger.
Oh,
was that just like a cultural thing, or well, when he was up in New York, he had all kinds of fun. He was a dancer. I mean, I'm sure he'll talk about all that. He's been saying that he's gonna need 2 hours on his video as opposed to the hour everybody else needs.
Okay,
but
Sam.
I was gonna ask about that. Was that like something that was just like part of the culture back then? Like everybody was smoking, y'all was smoking, or you weren't? But you say that was your lesson. You didn't need to smoke ever again. Was it the same for like just brothers and sisters, or?
Well, the
or
rule
this
of
is not
the house
something you guys did when you guys were growing up?
No, if the rule of the house, if you could do it in front of my mother and father, you could do it. But kids now, they have a lot of nerve. We gave our parents more respect. We wouldn't do that. Now, Sam might have did it when they were out with their friends, but by the time they came back to the house, they were stone cold sober because you did not want to hear Brother Bill or you didn't want to belt. So that definitely was a no-no. But Seiko, your father used to come. This is when he had the church in Brooklyn. During the summer, we used to pick blackberries, plums. Mama used to make wine for your father, homemade. And he would drive all the way from New York to Alabama, and he would have 3 jugs of it in the trunk of his car. And I used to like the peach brandy because my mother would always let me taste the peach to see if she needed to put more sugar in the water. You know, after the 3rd peach, you about drunk.
You know what's crazy? My mom's standing here and she doesn't remember that wine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. Tell her it was in the study in his study at the house they were living in. It. She don't remember that?
I do. I remember it.
Oh, okay.
Was it her mom?
Oh, okay. Are we done or y'all got more?
No, we got more. Don't be trying to get rid of us yet. You know we love you. Don't be trying to do that.
Are we done?
We just getting
Well, he
started.
said an hour. It's 45 minutes. You know.
Well,
We just getting started.
Oh my God.
They're just waiting for me to stop asking questions.
No, this is the best one. You know you love asking questions, Seiko. Don't even fake like that.
Exactly.
I know. He just sitting up here pretending.
What was the craziest thing you did as a teenager?
Oh, let's see. Wasn't quite a teenager. I think I was about 12. Okay, when the march and all that stuff came through, we used to go to the movies. Movies used to cost us $25. But the white people used to, 25 cents, I'm sorry. It used to cost us 25 cents to go to the movies. So we would go to the movies. White people sat downstairs. We had to go upstairs and sit in the balcony. So we would sit in the balcony, see a movie, throw our ice down on them. We're in the dark. They couldn't see. But this movie, The House on the Haunted Hill,
Well,
me and Shirley had went to see it. And it was scary, The House on the Haunted Hill, about the ghosts and stuff. So it had rained that day, so I had an umbrella. Shirley had her umbrella. And this white boy came up to the where we were sitting, and he had a sheet over his head, talking about, "Ooh." I beat him with my umbrella. He was trying to scare us.
yo, you were DC before you moved to DC.
Right. Right.
Oh man.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's Brooklyn. That's kind of New Yorkish. I love it. So
Oh,
what were the relations like dealing with the whites in Opalaka?
oh. You know, we used to have this. We used to go to town, and to do the separation, they closed everything down. The movie theater I was telling y'all about, they closed it. We would have to go to Auburn, all the way to Phoenix City to go to a movie because black and white did not sit together. And listen, what was it? There used to be a place called Woolworth. You should go in there and get food and stuff. You could sit at, it had a long counter and it had some tables. But after the marches and stuff, they closed all of that down to keep the white people didn't want to be with the niggers. So they closed everything. Because like Opelika is you used to make what is it? Cassette tape, tires, and towels. It was what you call a factory town. That's what they used to do. That's what the people did, the kind of work you had.
Okay, Sean has a question.
So
Uh-huh.
Mom,
Yeah.
I remember when we were in Alabama. I feel like I could be wrong, but I think you had crackers with the burning cross in your house.
Oh, you missed that story. You late.
Okay. Okay, I'm late. I'm late. I didn't know. Hey, get off of me. I missed that. Okie dokie.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm all right. I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Ooh, hashtag next question.
Right. Hashtag next question. That's going to be the name of this one. Hashtag next question.
Woo!
Okay,
Woo!
next question. Come on, your clock is ticking. You got 11 minutes now.
We got 11 minutes. Don't be trying to get rid of us
How
that
old were
fast.
you when you moved to DC?
I'm sorry, what?
How old were you when you moved to DC?
Oh, let's see. DC. Oh, wow. Let's see. I think I was about 15.
Where did you go to high school?
Oh, Woodrow Wilson.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, it was nice then, Kenny. It ain't like it is now.
it's gotten nice again because you know white people go there now.
White people went there then. I know what you're talking about. Your mother
Hold
got
up.
special permission for me to go to Wilson because I had a high IQ. She got special permission for me to go to Wilson because when I was going to Wilson, the kids' parents that work up on Capitol Hill and stuff,
Mhm.
the guys in the limo used to drop them off. So no, your mother got permission for me to go to Wilson. And see, now Wilson got security, you gotta be scared and all that stuff to go
Yeah.
in. Nah, they didn't have none of that then. But okay, I'm gonna tell you a story about Wilson. Um, Science lab. We were dissecting frogs, and it was a Friday. Instead of putting their frogs in the trash, put them in the one of the cabinet drawers and left them. So that Monday we had classes out on the lawn so they could fumigate that room from the odors of the dead frogs. It was fun. Oh,
All right. So you had an integrated school. What were the dances or parties like? Did you get a chance to go to prom and Sadie Hawkins, things like that?
well, actually, Wilson was a bougie school. They had field hockey and all of that stuff. But I could hang out with the kids that I actually went to school with. Velma was my best girlfriend then, and her boyfriend was France Varner. His father was the ambassador from Haiti. So we got picked up from school. Jude didn't know I wasn't riding the bus.
She's spilling the tea.
Yeah, I know.
I'm here for it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell us the craziest high school story.
Ooh, that was it, the frogs. Because we stayed on that lawn for a week before they got that room together. Oh, okay. I can tell you another Wilson. I used to play volleyball, and we had a teacher that whatever the white kids did, they could, she was okay. She was scared to tell them, no, you can't do this, or no, that's not right, or whatever. But we were playing volleyball, and I could stand at the back of the court and hit the ball. That's how hard I used to hit. I could hit the ball from my side of the net to your side of the net if I didn't want you to get the ball. And so one day the teacher was saying something, and I like, okay, there she is. And she had the nerve to get on line in front of me on the other side of the net, and it was a hole in the net. And she was standing there. She's shorter than I am. So when I got the ball, the girl from the back had hit it to me, and I was supposed to turn and hit it over the net. I popped that ball and hit her in her head. Oh, she told me I did it on purpose. Are you hurt? Oh, but anyway, I played basketball for a little while. And those white girls used to be rough. They used to like to push and slide and elbow you. So this one chick, I said, okay, today is your day. You punch me, push me today. I got you. And lo and behold, she had did it twice. I said, okay, the next time it's on me. And she came up under me. I took my elbow, hit her like that. Oh, her mouth, she started bleeding. She started crying and carrying on. And the teacher said, go to the principal office. I said, okay. I told them we were playing. It was just an accident. They took me off the basketball team. Oh, but it was fun. Wilson was cool. And we had one teacher, a black lady. And she actually, I'll never forget, she told us Black history. She actually wrote up a paper with 100 things. She said, they want you to think Black people are stupid. She said, but your people are smart. And she said, you know, the man that laid out the city was a Black man. And she gave us a list of all the different things that Black people had, did in the United States that, white people get credit for. Like the light bulb, it was Edison, but the guy that was working with him, the Black guy, actually invented it. But the white man name went to it. So it was one of those things. But I always will remember that history teacher because she said Black people were special and it was all right to be yourself. Next question.
Was that a white lady who said that? The teacher that taught you
No,
Black
it
history?
was a Black teacher at Wilson. Because most of we had Black and white teachers at that school at Wilson. Because it was for the rich, the elite people, the government officials, the Capitol Hill, the senators, and it was like for their kids in those particular days. Okay. And geometry. This is another little joke. We had this geometry teacher that used to, you come in Monday, he would give you 3 problems. Tuesday, you got to go over the answers to the first 3. And he gave you 3 more. But if you had an answer about the first 3, you had to get it on your own. So one day it was raining hard outside. And I had a seat over there by the window. And he was going over some math, some problems. And I had fell asleep. And I guess I must have got to snoring in class because he had somebody open the window. And I got rained on. It was so funny. I went, woo! I jumped in it. Oh, so the next year I did not take geometry. I took business math.
Oh, and you made me repeat calculus because you didn't do theology. The nerve of you. I told you I did not want to be nobody's friend. You still made me repeat calculus because don't nobody bring your keys to your house. The nerve.
The nerve. That's all you had to do was go to school and get good grades.
I passed the class and I didn't need to graduate. I was already past 23 credits.
Okay. Next question.
You did the right thing, Auntie. You did the
I
right
know
thing.
I did.
Next question,
Kiana said, next question, God damn it. Come on.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's crazy. So tell me about some of the jobs that you had.
Oh, okay. When I was in New York, I used to work with Annie at as an EKG technician. And one Friday, like 5 o'clock, you trying to run to get out. Somebody always calling, want somebody to do an EKG on one of their patients. So this Friday, it was my time. So I'm going up. I did this guy. I was coming down from the west wing of the hospital, and I had stepped off the elevator with the machine, and it was 2 dead bodies in the hallway. And I heard, oh, I ran, I left the machine. I didn't see the guy come out the bathroom. He had slid the bodies up against the wall on his way to go down to the room. I left that machine. I got back to the office, and they was had on intercom. EKG technician, could you please come to the front lobby? And when I got back downstairs, the guy was laughing. He said, Miss, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you like that. I said, that was not funny. But it was. It really was. I left that machine sitting there. And I ran. I was like, oh, no. Because, like when they bring the bodies from downstairs, they have that sort of like tent across it. And it was 2 bodies. He had 2 bodies up against a wall. And I'm standing there, had just got off the elevator with the machine. I'm trying to decide which way I'm going. And I hear, oh, and it scared the daylights out of me. And one time I used to wear a big afro. And I used to do the EKGs for the people that are going to surgery the next day. We would come up and do them. And this old white rich lady, and she had all these rings and bracelets, and she told me, girl, come here, let me rub your hair. I rolled my eyes at that woman like, yeah, you put your hand in this hair, you draw back a nub. Tell me, come on, give me good luck. She told me, I got a factory, and the only people I hire are Black and Spanish. I'm like, But no, I did not let her rub my afro to give her a good look for her surgery the next day.
How did her surgery go?
Oh,
Crazy crackers.
yes. Tell me about it. She gonna rub my head. Good luck. I don't give her some good luck, all right. But next question.
They're supposed to be interviewing you, Mom, not the other way around.
Oh, okay.
So we had the EKG.
On repeat.
You had the EKG. What any other type of different jobs? I didn't know you worked with Aunt Annie. That's interesting.
Yeah, she was my supervisor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hi,
Okay.
Ruth.
How was she as a supervisor?
Don't work with family if you can avoid it. Eddie, I love you dearly. But one day, one of the girls that we knew outside of the job knew that Annie was my sister. And she told the other girls, the other techs that didn't know. And so she started being mean to me because she didn't want them to think that she was showing favoritism towards her sister. Next question.
What was your next job, Ma?
My next job? Oh, let's see. Oh, well, the next after EKG, I used to work in the children's clinic as a nurse's assistant. And those demon kids made me sick. Every time I turned around, I was going to the emergency room with strep throat. One of them would cough on me. So they actually took my tonsils out at that hospital for free because I was an employee. And the doctor had told me, you've been in here 3 months in a row. You come back next month, we're going to take them tonsils out. I said, but the little kids just sneezing and coughing on me. You tell them to turn their head, they don't turn their head or cover their mouth. But yeah, they took my tonsils out at Montefiore Hospital up in the Bronx. And let's see, the next job I had, let's see. Well, actually, let's see, what is it? Coalition for the Homeless? Yep. Coalition for the Homeless. And I worked there, let me see, 12, going on 13 years. Oh, okay. No. I got a new job now, getting on Kiana's nerve day in and day out. That's my job right now. I'm not retired. I'm still working hard. I'm just not getting paid for it. They didn't think it was funny, Kiana. Oh, God damn it, I do. He's still on, I think. All right. Y'all quiet. Next question. Come on, fellas.
So tell us more about, I mean, because I know that you all, about your siblings, because I know you all kind of moved and traveled together. So tell us more interesting stories about your siblings.
I ain't traveled with them helpers.
I'm good.
Can we move it around?
I'm done.
Shots fired.
Ain't no good.
Shots fired. Woo.
Oh, okay. Now where am I supposed to have went with that? Okay, tell me.
Whatever. You say whatever you want. You say whatever you want.
Yeah, I know.
Incredible.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I don't have a lot of photos of you. We're gonna have to grab some photos at some point so we can add those to the family treasure trove.
Oh, I don't like taking pictures because I don't have my teeth, so I don't do the picture thing. Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what it is.
No, well, see what happened was one morning. Let's see. I think I woke up and the side of my face was swollen. Living in DC, we had the house on Rock Creek Church Road. So I went to the emergency room down at house, and the dentist, the guy at the X-ray, couldn't tell which one of my teeth was giving me the problem. So he took out 6 teeth that day. And after that, I was going to a program. The student dentists were pulling my teeth, and we had taken all the top ones out and made a mold of it. And Sharon Pratt Dixon was the new mayor. Sharon Pratt Kelly? Yes. Oh, okay, Kelly. Well, she cut the funding for the program. So to get my bottom teeth, it was going to cost me $1,300. And like I asked the dentist, if I had $1,300, why would I be letting children getting grades for pulling my teeth? Come on now, I don't have $1,300. And I did everything else that I haven't got my teeth, but I plan on getting them this year. As a gift to myself. I may take up a collection. If y'all get a letter from your other kid, if y'all get a letter that say send me $50 for my dentures because they $3,000, y'all send your aunt Eartha $50 to get her teeth, okay? Because she want her smile back.
I got 100 for you.
Okay.
We'll be on the lookout for your GoFundMe website.
Oh, okay.
You on that walk?
So
Hey, look, if you go do a GoFundMe, I can get the one that I don't have to take out.
All right. So on Eartha,
Yes.
what was the most, or what was the greatest life lesson that you learned from your mother?
To be a good cook and work hard. But she was quiet, but I always had a big mouth. So I guess I learned that to be quiet.
Be quiet.
I've always spoken up.
Okay. Okay. And from your father, what was one of the best lessons you learned from him?
Don't talk your kids to death. Just go on and beat them and get it over with.
Thank you, Granddad.
I tell you, my father learned that lesson.
You ain't get beat
Could have
up.
saved that one.
Hey.
Uncle Sam was an equal opportunity. We all got it. If you was at his house and you messed up, you was getting it. And I messed up a lot, so I got it just as much as they got it.
Hey, I got beat because you should have known better.
Ooh, man.
Ask your boy Sean when their little friends came and did something they weren't supposed to do, and they was at my house. I beat my kids, I beat them too. That's how you beat kids. Yeah. And then I go call when your mother got off of work. When she come to pick you up, you go across the street. I said, I'm gonna talk to your mama. I'm gonna let her know what you did, and I'm gonna tell her I beat you. So, and the mother would say, "Oh, thank you." And he's gonna get another beat when he get home. So, with these kids today, they are given too much, and they are not disciplined. A little beating ain't killed nobody. It gave you a sense of boundaries. You know, if you did certain things that you were going to get in trouble with this. What the kids do today, they don't care. They do whatever they want to. And they will tell you, you better not hit me. I wish one of mine would have said, I'm going to call the police. I said, yeah, make sure they bring the ambulance because you're going to need it when they get here. You going to the hospital and I'm going to jail because I brought you into the world. I will take you out.
I heard that.
You know, it's funny. All of us have heard that from our parents at one time or another. I'm pretty sure there's a source for it somewhere in there.
Huh?
I'm saying all of us have heard that from our respective parents at least once.
At least once.
When we was growing up, yeah.
I still got the marks.
I used to be 6'4".
I love you, Mama.
I love you too.
So before you can say next question, on Eartha, what are you the most grateful for in your life?
Oh, my kids, and that I'm living as long as I have lived, and to be going on 68 years, and I have 33 grandkids, 3 great-grands. So I'm blessed and highly favored. My boys have been procreating enough for everybody. What's wrong, Sam?
They sure have.
Yes. Oh, because your cousin Chris got 10 babies, okay?
I feel like every time you take a look to the left, there's a new one.
Yeah. I think one year must have been what, 2, 3? 3. Yeah, one year he had 3. It was supposed to be 5 though, but it only ended up being 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, one year I got 3. And it used to be so fun. I used to tell my coworker, I got another grandkid. They said, Varner, how's that? I said,
We ain't gonna even talk about how they got here. I said I'm gonna bring pictures. So I'm gonna bring pictures. That's funny. But he takes care of old Ted and his youngest. So I can't say he's a good father. He just don't spend enough time with them. But the material things he makes sure they get. But as I would try to tell the twins' father, Sammy, it's not about money. It's about the quality of the times that you spend with your kids, like reading them or playing, chess with them or taking them to a ball game. Just doing quality time. Spending quality time with the kids. And this virus thing, a lot of people are learning that the family is the most important thing. And they're spending more time because they have to. But they're finding out they enjoy spending time with their kids and stuff. So, all right, Sam, next person.
Just a little. Let's see.
Walter, can you hear me?
Ma.
No, I can hear you. I was asking in the chat if anyone else was hearing the audio distortion I'm hearing. Your sound went from perfect to kind of like a little distorted and weak. And my guess would be because you're.
Well, you're blacking out, man.
Yeah, I just muted myself by mistake. My guess would be that the sound is changing because they're moving the phone around. So if you do us a favor and like try to hold the phone still, or maybe put it on a table or something.
Or make Kiana hold the phone still. Make Kiana do it.
Or you got them gazillion grandchildren.
That wasn't me. That was Kiana. In the background was me probably like, my man, I didn't realize it was that loud. She apologized. Next question.
Ma, I remember when you would take us to Chinatown to watch movies.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Uh-huh, yeah. And we would go and see about 3 movies and pay for one. Yeah. And we would get some kind of snack or something. I don't think they have movies at Union Station anymore.
No.
Nope.
Gallery Place. Oh, remember the ice cream store?
Justin. Oh, Kenneth. Kenneth.
Yeah.
I don't see him anymore, but it's Kenneth.
there? No, that's the mother.
Hi, Ruth.
Go. Ma, I remember one time me and Kevin were playing ninjas and somebody's tooth got knocked out or something.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I should have a plaque at Children's Hospital. As much as I kept me in the hospital, but Kevin was his asthma attack, and let's see, he was already about 5'11". So when we would go and get out the ambulance, they would put him in a wheelchair, and half of the time he would be taller than the doctors. But he grew out of his asthma. And let's see, remember when y'all got the bunk beds?
Yes.
Oh, you remember?
New York? Or where? In New York?
Brand new bunk beds, jumping from the bottom bed to the and one of them ended up having 4 stitches in their skull. Hit the corner and cut a gash in their head. Was that you, Sean?
I don't think so, because I got a gash in the hospital when I got hit by a car.
Oh, okay.
That's when I got my first gash in the head.
Okay. Oh.
I could be wrong.
No, no. Oh, I think it was Tony. Yeah, playing on the bunk beds, jumping on the bottom bed. But
Yeah, the misstep.
yeah. Hey, Sean, you remember electrocuting Harry?
Oh, I remember that. Because I was messing with the TV and I was taking pieces apart, but the TV was on the whole time.
Oh
And
wow.
Harry came over. I should have got shocked, but he got it. He took a hit for the team.
Yeah.
So did he unplug it from the wall? I mean, how did he get the shock?
Cause what did he do? How did he get shocked?
Sean plugged in the TV.
Okay.
Harry was trying to fix it, and he had to back off of it, and it was unplugged. And
I remember it
they
differently.
was complaining because their TV in their room wasn't working, so he was trying to fix it for them. And Sean plugged it in, and he had a screwdriver.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was touching the screw, and you had to have been there. It was
I don't know what's going on. This is everything. I needed this. I needed this today.
Later, sir. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Good job.
Any other times, like when you was growing up, all them chillings in your house, any other things that stick out to you? Like crazy things that they did?
Let's see. We used to have a neighbor.
Oh,
Two kids. And every day she would send her kids over to the apartment. This was when we were in New York. Sean and Kevin and Tony. I had the three of them. We were in an apartment. So Pat would send her two kids over at dinner time. And I realized that week that I had fed her kids like 4 times that week. And I had made up in my mind, I am not feeding them today. Today, when I get ready to feed my kids, her two are going home. And so they went home. So the next day she sent them. So I tell Tony to go to the door and to tell her that I'm not at home. Sean, I'm hiding in the closet. Sean, tell me, let me do it, Mom, let me do it. Sean go to the door and tell the lady, my mommy said she ain't here, but she hiding in the closet. So she told the kids to tell me, tell your mother I'll be back. Oh, she feeling better. But no, I would feed anybody kids that came to the house. And I think my kids' friend knew if they came to the Varner house and my kids got a meal, they would get a meal.
You know, I'm going to plus one that because I even talked to Sean about this. There's a lot of times I would come visit and there was like 2 or 3 of them. I thought I had new cousins because I saw them so often. I just thought they were the cousin I hadn't heard about yet.
Yeah. Yeah, they know if I fed mine, they were going to get a meal. But I got that from my mother because she used to say, if somebody extra come, you can add a cup of water and you can feed. She used to say that. Let me see. Oh, you can feed a family. So I've always cooked a lot, and anybody who wanted something was welcome to it. I never told, just that once I said, go home. Because I knew their mother was taking advantage of me. Because she wasn't cooking, because she knew I would cook and I would feed her kids if they were at my house.
All right. So does it I'm all out of questions and my stomach hurts from the laughter and joy. So does anybody else have any final questions? Kenneth?
I do. Shake my head now. How you gonna call my name?
I have a final question.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what was the biggest joy before coming to the DC, New York area? What, your biggest joy in Opelika, in Alabama?
Oh, during the summers, when school was out, they was making that big superhighway everybody rides. So we used to get bikes, put roller skates. One person would be on the bike, and the other person would be on the back holding on with the skates.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was like a roller coaster. And we got to pick all the fruit and berries and stuff we could eat during the summer. And that was a lot of fun because my mother used to do canning.
The fruit and berries were from your own garden or from gardens in the neighborhood?
We would walk out in the woods and by the highway and get the most beautiful blackberry, big blackberry. The ones that if you go in the Safeway now, they charge you $10 for that little pack, that little square they give you about the size of a tissue box. We used to go get buckets of berries, plums, let's see, persimmons, let's see, apple. What? Uncle Joe had a pomegranate tree in his yard, and they lived in Georgia. They didn't have any kids, but we used to like to go to their house because they would just let them fall on the ground, and we would eat pomegranates. So we couldn't eat no more, and our lips were nice and red, and we got red all the clothes and the hands and all of that. But it was fun.
So what was the hardest thing you had to experience in Alabama?
Hard? It really wasn't. It was like everybody was. It was more of a family environment. You went to this house, you went to that house, you went to that house. Everybody played. You went home, and we used to have this nosy lady that would tell on the teenagers when you got like 15, 16. She would sit in her big bay window and watch everybody on the block. But let me tell you a story about her. She was in the window, peeping out her draperies. Some guys came in her house, tied her up to a chair for being nosy. And that was kind of funny.
That's larceny.
Yeah, because she would stand. She would tell your parents, yeah, I saw your son last night. He was with some son. I saw your daughter.
Okay. What was the hardest thing that you dealt with once you moved out of Alabama?
Coming to DC talking funny. That Southern accent.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And instead of saying bread, I would say light bread. I want some iced potatoes. And you go to the store and people are looking at you like, what the hell is an iced potato? And what is white bread? But other than that, it was fun. You doing the cocoa butter now? It's gonna be a minute. I forgot it.
All right. So what's the next 5 years of your life look like?
Oh, I don't know. Hoping to be blessed to see it. Bless your gray hairs. And maybe put less gray hairs on Keanu's head, but might like to lose a couple of pounds. Would like to go somewhere when this virus is over.
Right.
Other than that, all my books I bought when I was working. I said I was going to read when I retire, and I haven't read one. So I got a grade of them that I need to read. Other than that, nothing going on. Just taking life one day at a time.
Beautiful, beautiful. What
So what do you plan to be 5 years from now?
That's a great question. In 5 years, I hope to move to maybe North Carolina or Atlanta, just down south a little further. I hope to
Okay.
giving my children each a property. And I hope my mother will still be alive because I would love for her to live with me.
Oh, okay.
And
Sam, what's your thing for the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, at this point, just to really live the life that I want and to really live abroad.
Oh, okay. Well, get over it. You're not going abroad. We're going to keep you here, okay? You got to stay home. Look, they're giving us things abroad that we can't get rid of. There ain't no cure for them, all right? Okay, Kitty, what you plan on doing the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, travel more, foster a kid.
Oh, okay. Okay, Walt Jr., what's up with you?
I'm looking for my next ex-wife, and
Hey, look, you're going in there with the wrong attitude. Wrong attitude. Look.
And I'm working on
you
improving
with
my
the woman that you want, listen to an old lady. I'm gonna tell you this once, fellas, and I'm only gonna say it once.
Maybe twice if she repeats herself a lot.
Maybe
for the
twice.
people in the back.
But anyway, this is what the old lady is saying. If a man is with a woman and he cheats, it's because he's not with the woman he wants. So before you decide to get down on bended knees and say, will you marry me? Make sure she's your friend before you make her a partner. Get to know her. Sit down and talk about your finances, where you see yourself. Do you want kids? How many kids you want? Are you going to work? Are you not going to work? If we're going to do a business, are you my partner? Do you have my back? When you get the answers to those things, and that sex thing coming there, if she loves you and you love her, or he loves you, and it should be off the chain. It'll last. You won't be looking for nobody else because you'll have your soulmate and it'll be the right one. So do your homework, Junior, before you go out there again, okay? And get on bended knees. Know the person. All right? Y'all quiet. Come on.
No, that's good stuff. I mean, really got nothing to say about that.
Wisdom. We listening. We listening.
Okay.
I got my wife, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Sean, what are you looking to do in 5 years?
In 5 years, I will have an awesome relationship with my wife and children. I'm building that because I had a stroke and brain surgery. I was kind of crazy, angry, and just incredibly out of sorts. I lived my life as a minister, and I lost all of that, and I lost my mind. I mean, mentally. So I'm finally at a place where Zikora is tapping me. She's trying to hug me. So yeah, she's trying to touch me and stuff. But she loves me, and she's like, I was choking on some food or some soda, and she just came over and patted me on the back. You're all right, and it was like wow, because it's like my relationship with her is just awesome. And so I'm excited when me and Zion are always straight, but and just helping to be a better husband to Carol, because when we got married, I had brain surgery, so I never have been the husband that we agreed on, because I was supposed to be on top of everything, and she wanted to support me, but that's flipped over. So the job or the business that I'm creating is as a Reiki institute. I've been working on Reiki for like 20 years, and I've been a Reiki master with the Japanese school for maybe 6 years. So I just got to be a teacher last year. So I'm really excited, but I need a team around me. So I'm trying to work that out because I know I can't do it on my own. So I don't know. I try to live in a joyful noise because I got all kinds of mental issues, and I claim my blessing completely through the blood of Christ. But in the meantime, I got a lot of pain and all that kind of stuff, and mental fog and all kinds of crazy things. So I'm not as consistent as I would like to be, and I will be. But I don't know. So I don't know. Anyway, so I'm happy to be here, and I don't know. I'm gonna have my Reiki students and just an institute, so I can train people and get paid for it, and have our monthly meetings, and I get paid for it. So it can work.
Okay.
Going forward.
We're gonna wish you well with your endeavors, and we all gonna say that you're gonna succeed at this. We're gonna claim your blessing along with you in the name of the Father, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
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 Thank you, Mommy.
Okay.
I love you so much.
Love you.
I miss you so much too. We got a car now, so we're coming over.
Oh, okay.
I will have her at Amtrak at 8:30 tomorrow morning. I'm not going. She can't put me out. I'm not going, okay?
Hey, look, are we wrapping up? It feels like a wrap. All right, well then, Auntie, one last question then.
Oh, okay.
What message do you want to leave for 2 generations from now?
Ooh. Oh. Work hard. Love one another. If you can help someone, throw your hand back and help somebody. If you're going to do something for someone, do it from the goodness of your heart. Don't do it to have something to talk about. Okay?
Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, it's good. Right.
Hey, Seiko, got one question for you. Was it worth your 8 years waiting?
You know, this is just part 1, right? Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So, how many more parts I gotta go?
We're working that out. Well, our plan is, and you know, this is something that Sam Walt, Kenny and I guess Sean may tap in as well. We're trying to get all the stories of the elders first, and then we're going to start working on our generation. You know, there's some stories there, and then, you know, hopefully we'll get to the young ones. And then we want to circle back and kind of put all these stories together so we can, you know, get some of the missing parts. There's some things that you experienced in Alabama that our other family members didn't. And we really want to know all about that. We want to, know about the aunties and the uncles that were around you. And, you know, there's a lot. And so we don't know. I sincerely don't know. But I know that you're a wealth of information and experience, and we need to learn from it, because this is something we can pass on to those upcoming generations. You know.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, give me a day's notice and I'm good.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, salute to Kiana. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Kiana.
Yes, thank you, Kiana.
Thank you, pretty lady.
And I'm gonna drop your pills in the mail